Hi, this is Don Hodor from the Southpointe Chamber of Commerce, and we're here today to interview Hank Walshak. Good morning, Hank.
Good morning, Don. Nice to be with you.
Good to have you here. And Hank has several talents that we're going to talk about today. First of all, he authored several books, so he's certainly a writer. He's coached executives for presentations and helped them with marketing content. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about that, Hank. First, let's just ask where you're from, and you're here locally in Pittsburgh?
I have been in Pittsburgh since 1979.
Okay.
Moved here, and in that year, the Steelers won the Super Bowl, the Pirates won the series, and my daughter was born, and I changed jobs all in the same year.
Sound like a busy year.
Yeah, it was a busy year.
Still been working on that.
Yeah.
As far as your background goes, I understand you've traveled quite a bit. You've gone to quite a few different schools overseas, as a matter of fact.
Yes, I was. I was fortunate enough to be receive my undergraduate education here in the United States at St. Bernard College in Rochester, New York, and overseas in Louvain, Belgium at the Catholique Université de Louvain, Belgium.
So I guess you speak more than one language, being a Pittsburghese?
I speak Pittsburghese. It's almost a native tongue with me now. And I also, it's rusty, but I speak French and German also, very rustily.
So that probably helps when you're editing books and content for executives to just have that little finished, broad perspective.
Well, it does, and the perspective with the languages helps me to be very attentive to how executives and experts use their language.
Well, I know we've used quite a bit of your content for our chamber for different events that we've held, and we've really appreciated your able.
Well, it's been my pleasure, Don. Sure.
Well, I understand your latest book that you, I believe, co-authored, I have it up on the screen, is Driven, a how-to strategy for unlocking your greatest potential.
Yes, I wrote that. I had the pleasure and the opportunity to write that book with a gentleman named Raza Imam, who today is chairman of a company called 113 Industries. Before that, he formed and helped to take to grow a company called Landslide Technologies, sales process management software.
Wow. It sounds like he's a busy fellow. And
yes, he is.
Obviously with him. So let me ask you, if I'm an executive, and so many executives come to our chamber and they ask, for example, for us to develop a web page or to help them with a brochure, to help them with their marketing strategy. But I find out that they're really doing a shoot and then aim ready. And I think this is where you come into play.
Yes, it is. It's a good start. Sometimes companies have already done that, but where I come in is to help them develop a communication strategy for what they're doing. That could include website development, it could include social media, and it could also include traditional media.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of all those three that work. There's so many companies, they're too close to their company or their product line, and they actually don't know how to look at their company or product from an outsider's perspective, and that's what you bring to the table?
Yes, I call it, when you're so close to your product and you have developed a company and a product, I call it the disease of the expert, because experts are close. It's hard for them to see how people who don't know anything about their businesses, how to talk about that so that other people understand.
I know what a lot of executives are guilty of, and sales reps, all the way down to just your copy machine. They start blurting out acronyms or phrases or, oh, you need an LPD on that. And you're like, what is an LPD? You know, and they get caught up in their own lingo, in their own industry.
Well, a good case in point of that, many years ago I wrote a piece for a lawyer now well known in Pittsburgh, and I did an interview with him and came back with the written piece for him to look at. And he said to me, Hank, this doesn't sound like a lawyer. And I said, you're right. It doesn't sound like a lawyer.
And you so well hit the nail on the head. And people who are looking for a lawyer don't want to hear legalese.
Yeah.
They just want to know what you do and if you do a good job at it. So you've written several books, and can you name drop any class or category of executive you work best with, or a company? Is there a niche that you're after, or are you pretty much across the spectrum?
My niche is to work with people in whatever field they're in who are experts, and helping them to become widely known as thought leaders, because that helps to pre-sell their services to prospects and also to post-sell their services to clients who are on board through various media.
Sure, and of course, you mentioned that it's all the above. There are still people who pick up a magazine when they're waiting in a lobby, or they are on a bus or flying, and they go to their internet websites. And now they're starting to become self-motivated. I understand that they actually look for content or look for information about the company or the individual before they make that phone call.
Absolutely, before people can get any kind of information on the internet today. That's why it's important for people who are experts to give people content they can't find anyplace else.
Well, what about the executive who will say, I don't want to put that content out because I don't want to spill my jelly beans in the lobby, so to speak. I don't want to drop my trade secrets on people so they can take them across the boards.
That requires a bit of a compromise, but it's necessarily not what they're going to do, but how they're going to do it. People today thrive on getting information-rich content. Mm-hmm. That's just the nature of the beast with the Internet and social media. So what you do is you help to give them information that's original, can't get it anyplace else, that's compelling, that really engages them, and gives them a prescription, if you will, about how they can understand or go about doing certain things to help their businesses and help grow their businesses.
So you have written here, too, in your bio, remember that dinosaurs aren't dead yet.
Dinosaurs aren't dead. By dinosaurs, I mean traditional media.
Sure.
People have long proclaimed that newspapers are going to be dead, that magazines are going to be dead. But when you take a look at these media, and broadcast media as well, these media are adapting themselves to the new situation, to the Internet and to social media, and they're becoming more interactive than they were in the past.
So, we have the Southpointe Chamber magazine, but laced through that magazine are references to our website, references to videos, and references to the new QR codes where a person with their smartphone can actually point it at that page on that magazine and pull up your website.
And that's a perfect example of how things are done today. You have a print medium, the magazine, and you have it on your website, and people can interact with it there and interact with you.
Sure. And also we became a very quick to respond society where if a person is reading that magazine, he will pick up his cell phone and make that phone call immediately. And even billboards, as he's driving down the road, he'll make that phone call. But I understand in order to reach you, we would go to Walshak Communications.
That's the place.
The website is hankwalshak.com, hankwalshak.com. And we have a phone number here, which is 412-831-3023. And what's the best time to call? 9 to 5 or
anytime?
Anytime. The worst thing will happen.
Prospects and clients welcome.
Yeah. The worst thing will happen is they'll get your voicemail box. And that's another thing that and these are some of the things I believe you help people with. You call their office, and I've actually gotten, instead of a hi, this is George, I get, this mailbox is not set up. Please leave your message at the tone. Or you have called 873. I was like, God, couldn't these people take the time to put their own message on their voice mailbox? So I guess these are the kind of things that you clean up for clients.
Well, yes, because the telephone message is a way of communicating with clients and prospects, whether you're there or not.
It works better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Well, Hank, I want to thank you for stopping by and visiting us today and allowing us to interview you and learn a little bit about what you do. And the website, of course, is up on the screen here, so you can go visit the website now. And is there anything you care to add?
Nothing else than it's an incredible pleasure to be with you, and my thanks for inviting me.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate it.